Hello, Eagle fans. I'm Ernie Harris, and in this week's episode of Coach's Corner, I'm joined again with Coach Mark Pemberton, head coach for the Rhea County High School Golden Eagle football team. Coach's Corner airs once a week, and you can watch and share the video via our website and also on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. Coach's Corner is proudly sponsored by First Bank. Community banking gives you the win, the local team that cheers you on. Local bankers who know your name and celebrate you in all life's big wins. To experience the First Bank difference, visit 1525 Market Street in downtown Dayton or call 775 area code 423-775-1522. First Bank, member FDIC. Coach, the Eagles are now 6-0 after Friday night's 28-10 win against Ooltewah Owls. Homecoming win. Your thoughts on becoming 6-0 on the season?
Well, I mean, that's the plan going in. Obviously, you know, it's been a little wild this year with some of the comebacks in the fourth quarters that we've made over the course of the year. But really proud of our kids and the work they've put in to get to this point.
I've dubbed them the comeback kids in my game story for the Wednesday Herald News edition of the Herald News on October 7th. Walker Valley, you were down 28-14 with less than 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Scored 17 unanswered. This past Friday, you're down 10-0, and essentially you scored 20 unanswered points to finish the game.
Yeah, I mean, that was a heck of a rally by our guys. We got a little momentum going, finally had something good happen in that late third going into the fourth, and you know, going a little bit of a roll. Had two super interceptions in the fourth quarter that pretty much sealed the deal for us.
That's true. They went up 10-0, I mean actually 7-0 in the third quarter with a 21-yard touchdown run early in the third actually. And then they got a 25-yard field goal, made it 10-0. And then you guys answered with in the third quarter with a 24-yard touchdown pass from Caleb Martin to Jayden Goodwin.
Yeah, Jayden made a heck of a catch in the back of the end zone, and Caleb made a good throw. Jayden had to lay out a little bit for it, so that was a huge catch at that point in the game.
It was a nice momentum shift for you guys. Like you said, you had the answer. Had a nice drive. I forgot how many plays, but you drove down, you worked the clock, you used the running game, as you know, Rhea County's famous for.
Yeah, they started creeping their secondary up a little as we were running the football in that drive. Their safety started creeping a little bit closer and a little bit closer every play. So we thought we'd take a shot over the top of it when we got down to about the 25, and Caleb made a really good throw, and Jayden made a diving catch.
I agree. He had a nice touch on the ball, and like you said, Jayden ran under it, made a nice diving catch. At that point, it was 10-7. Rhea County goes into the fourth quarter, creates a turnover thanks to a Drew Fisher, linebacker Drew Fisher, which was last year's Region Linebacker of the Year. Gets a 30-yard return out of it, Coach, down to the 1-yard line, although a penalty set it back to the 16-yard line of Ooltewah, but you punched it in. Yeah,
Drew made a really nice interception. They tried to sneak a throw in behind our linebackers off, it's called a RPO, run pass option, and they tried to throw it in behind them. Drew fell back inside and made the interception, made a heck of a run to get it down to the goal line, and he got a little too excited and was pointing up in the crowd up there, so I think that's where the flag came from. But I like their enthusiasm, to be honest. That's when our momentum really started to kick in, and we went ahead and punched it in from there.
I agree. You punched it in with a 10-yard run by Ethan Davis, the freshman wingback. Next up, Dalton Hampton took off in the fourth quarter, halfway through the fourth quarter, with a 54-yard touchdown run, Coach.
Yeah, I believe that was a third and short, and you know, they committed everybody to the line of scrimmage, and we ran a little power sweep, and Dalton made a really nice cutback. And as soon as he cut back, there was no safety there, so he had a long touchdown run, which was awesome to see at that point.
It was pretty run, and off to the races. Hampton just outran everybody to the end zone. Your final score, after a interception by Gavin Roddy, set up your final score.
Yeah, we had a little ricochet, and Gavin's another guy that's got a nose for the ball, and the ball popped up in the air, and he made a heck of a play on it. And I wished he had tried to get around the guy, but he ran over the guy that was trying to tackle him. But he's a tough kid and enjoys contact like that.
I agree. He had about a 9 or 10 yard return back down to the Ooltewah 17-yard line, and then from there he punched in. Caleb Martin, the quarterback, snuck it in from 1 yard out.
Yeah, finished the drive off with a little quarterback sneak.
Very nice. On the night, Dalton Hampton carried you guys. Either him or Ethan Davis has been carrying you guys. He had 132 yards on 15 carries, 1 touchdown. Ryan Young, the fullback, got more carries this time. He had 17 carries for 68 yards, Coach.
Yeah, Ryan got the tough yardage inside. They were sort of giving us our little isolation play inside with the fullback, and he got the tough yardage for us inside the whole night.
Yeah, he was getting runs of 6, 7, 5, tough yardage, like you said. Ethan Davis, I mentioned him earlier, 12 carries, 61 yards, 1 touchdown. Caleb Martin had 2 carries, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. Total rushing, Coach, I had you for 48 carries, 263 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Martin, passing. Martin had completed 6 passes for 13 out of 13 attempts for 73 yards and 1 touchdown. He found 4 receivers, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, he spreads it around. He does a good job getting it to different receivers, and another good night for him.
Jayden Goodwin led receiving. He had 2 catches for 36 yards and a touchdown. Coach, your defense, like we've covered, 2 interceptions at crucial points in the fourth quarter to help your offense. How'd that?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good night defensively for us. They had a few weapons that they scored some points on some people, and I thought our defense played well to give up 10 points. That's sort of the way we're designed. Is 14 or below, we ought to win every ball game. So I thought our defense was solid. Of course, anytime they can get turnovers and set you up in a short field like that, that's the name of the game.
That's true. And we'll be back after this brief message from our sponsor, followed up with this week's First Bank Player of the Week, Jayden Goodwin.
In the South, we perfect our local art. The art of conversation. The art of connection. The art of service. The art of community. Here, what you thought were lost arts are local arts. We practice the art of relationships. The art of creating wealth from things that are priceless. Because banking isn't just hard work, it's the fine local art of knowing what works. Come experience a great local art. First Bank.
And we're joined with the First Bank Player of the Week from the Ooltewah Owls 28-10 win this past Friday night. Jayden Goodwin, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Wide receiver, senior wide receiver, is that correct?
Senior, yeah.
Senior wide receiver Jayden Goodwin. He caught a nice touchdown pass Friday night. He had 2 catches for 36 yards, 1 touchdown. It was a 24-yarder, I believe. How'd it feel to catch that pass Friday?
It felt good because I knew my team needed the motivation, so I felt like I'd be the player to do it.
Very nice. At that point in the game, you were down 10-0, and like Coach and I discussed earlier, you needed that motivation, like you said, inspiration, that spark, the offensive spark, and you think you gave it to them?
Yeah.
Very nice. At that point, you caught the touchdown pass. After Cole Ruling's PAT, you made it 10-7. You got another catch in the game. I don't know if it was prior to that or
I think it was before
after.
that one.
Before that one, yeah. It was a little short pass, I believe.
Yeah,
but,
around.
I have you for 10 catches on the year, Jayden, for 191 yards. That averages out to 19.1 yards per catch and 2 touchdowns. Your longest touchdown of the year was 64-yard at Lenore City. How did it feel to get that big touchdown?
That one also felt good. I was kind of winded after the catch, though, but
Yeah.
That one definitely felt good too.
I mean, you went up and looked like either the defensive back or the free safety kind of swatted. I mean, it was a good concentration on your part to keep your focus, catch the ball, and then run in the end zone.
Yeah.
So it felt good to get that one, huh?
Yeah, it definitely felt good.
How's it feel to be 6-0?
It feels very good going into this next game. I feel like we can beat Red Bank.
Very nice. They're undefeated too.
Yeah.
And I spoke with the coach earlier. Perhaps a little bad taste in the Eagles' mouths from last year's 36-0 loss to Red Bank. Yeah. So that's another motivator, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Any goals for the season? Any goals for this Friday night? What do you want to do besides win?
Besides win, I don't know. Play for respect as a team because we haven't really got that a lot this year. Some people think we can't do it, but I feel like we can.
Well, yeah, I've dubbed you the comeback kids, so to speak, because you come back against Walker Valley, scored 17 unanswered in less than 6 minutes going the fourth to win. Did it again Friday. You actually scored 28 unanswered points. So the people that are doubting you, what does that have to say about those two games? What do you have to say about that?
I don't know. I feel like we can play all 4 quarters. We haven't yet, but we most definitely can, and we'll get there.
Very nice. Thank you, Jayden, for joining us, and we'll be right back with Coach Mark Pemberton. We're back at home this week against the Red Bank High School Lions. Last year still maybe stings a little bit. In 2019, down there at their place, they won 36-0. That's still way in the back of your mind.
Well, yeah, it does. I mean, I didn't think we played well, but to give them credit, they beat us. I mean, they were solid. They're a solid program. They've been good for 2 or 3 years now since Coach Brown has been there. And, they're good again. They've got a really good, solid football team. So it's definitely going to be the best team that we've seen so far. They're undefeated and ranked, I think, number 2 or 3 in the state in their division. So it's 2 undefeated teams going at it. I don't think it gets any better than that in high school football.
That's true. They're 5-0, and like you said, I checked today, they are ranked number 2 in the state in their division. So like you kind of touched on already, can we look for something similar to the last year? They're big, physical, fast, athletic.
Yeah, they've got a lot of the same players back. I mean, they don't have them all back, but they got a lot of the same ones back. And tailback's really talented. You can have him hemmed up, and he makes plays anyway. So we got to do a really good job of him. And we've done a decent job, or a really good job, I should say, against the run game most of the season. So they're about 85% run. So hopefully we can keep him hemmed up and eliminate big plays. He's going to get yardage, but we got to eliminate the big plays.
Okay. You held North City and Gibbs to under 50 yards rushing, both of those teams. You held Ooltewah Friday night to 110 yards rushing on 30 carries. So like you said, the run defense. It's at. Especially you said 85% of their plays possibly run.
Yeah, they run the football.
Okay.
They're very talented. Quarterback's talented, can run. The tailback, they do have a receiver or 2 that can go get it, but they're designed to run the football and then play action off of it.
Very nice. Kickoff is this Friday at Eagle Stadium, Bill Horton Field, October 9th at 7:30 p.m. The answer to last week's trivia question of what former Eagle was the rushing yards leader, 1741, was Alonzo Banks. The winner of our Game Day Spirit Package is, we're going to draw out of the hat, literally at the hat, because we had multiple correct answers. So the winner of the trivia question is Sky Whitmore. Sky Whitmore. Congratulations. This week's trivia question is, what former Eagle holds the record for most interceptions in a season at 9? To win the Herald News Game Day giveaway package, comment your answer to the trivia question on this week's episode of Coach's Corner that will be posted, on our Facebook page on Tuesday evening. The winner will be announced in next week's episode of Coach's Corner. I want to encourage fans to attend the games, but if you can't attend, follow the Herald News Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages for score updates. Thank you, Coach, and thank you for our sponsor, First Bank for your support of Coach's Corner and our community. If you're looking for a bank that cares about the community, they're located at 1525 Market Street in downtown Dayton, or give them a call at 423-775-1522. Thank you to the Eagle fans for watching. Tune in next time to the Herald News Coach's Corner, sponsored by First Bank. For Coach Mark Pemberton, I'm Ernie Harris, and we'll see you next week. Coach, any last words?
I appreciate the support by the fans last week. It was a heck of a crowd, and hopefully we'll have a bigger one this week.
I agree. Thank you, and what do you like to say?
Go Eagles.
Go Eagles.